is here. JMO's here. Jack is here. JL, for the very first time, is here. How are we feeling about our teams? Quick synopsis. We all making it out okay?
2-0, staying humble.
0-2, staying terrible.
You guys have all been the healthiest teams in the league, I think, actually.
Damn.
Sexy charted
Some luck
out the
going
most
around
injured
here.
teams, and I think you guys are all sitting at zeros.
No, I've had a couple, Keenan and Moster. But like I was saying before we hit record, that's on me. Like, those are two injury-prone players. Stop drafting injury-prone players, and your players won't get hurt.
I think it's dumb logic, but at the same time, I thought the same thing with Debo. Like, I just didn't need to draft Debo, you know?
Right, name a player who's hurt that doesn't traditionally get hurt.
I can't think of one right now. All right, well, we're going to go over the Week 3 matchups. If you want to play along, there is a link down below in the description. You can vote on who you think will be the highest score, the lowest score, and who's going to win their individual matchups. Let's start with JMO, your matchup here.
Yes, sir.
You're going up against Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, you're 2-0. Andrew is 1-1. You're going to start off with Kyler, Gibbs, Kamara, Wilson, Waddle, McConkey, Kelsey. You're going double tight ends here.
I think I am, unless Walker's ruled out. I have Charbonnet on my bench, and then I got a tough call to make between Bowers and Kelsey. But looking at Andrew's team, like, it's banged up for sure. Like, I feel pretty good about it, but there's a couple guys on there that have good matchups. Like, Ayuk's all that's left versus the Rams.
Yeah, in that Niner-Ram game,
Yeah.
he's the only dude who was drafted, I guess, outside of Kyron, who's, like, still there.
Swift's got a good matchup. Mahomes is going to just have a game eventually, and then Saquon's just Saquon. I feel pretty good. Like, he's got a lot of holes. I get to face Shakir, Freiermuth. Herbie's going to have under 200 yards.
Mixon nicked up, even if he's not, and Minnesota defense.
Now, JMO, I did send you a trade right before this. Could
So
change.
we have a live
change
trade?
your starting lineup.
Live
the
trade
trade?
alert. Woj is retired,
Was it
but
the one
JL
we
is
talked
not.
about earlier?
Kelsey and Wilson for Zay Flowers and Goddard. Completely changed your lineup.
God.
Wait,
Does
time out.
JMO get
JL.
any
Hey,
upgrade?
that's got to be the worst trade offer in the history of fantasy
JL.
football.
The worst.
Yeah.
Wait,
Have you
he
got
get
any from Casey yet?
wait. He's going to give you Garrett Wilson and Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
For Zay Flowers.
And Dallas Goddard. Yeah.
Where does he
Yeah.
upgrade?
Yeah, where's
JL.
the upgrade? Do you have Goddard above
You
From
could've
Kelsey?
said
Kelsey
that to yourself.
to Goddard.
Ah,
Hey,
okay,
guys, come on.
okay.
Okay.
Performance of
No,
Kelsey
I
so
forgot.
far this
I
season.
forgot. Garrett Wilson sucks.
Yeah.
Because of Aaron Rodgers. So Zay Flowers is an upgrade there. And then you also upgrade from Kelsey to Goddard.
Yeah, I'm going to decline that fast.
Guys, you're missing the other context, which is right before I sent the straight offer, JMO was talking to me because he was so down bad that he said, I need to get Kelsey off my team. man."
I
He's
agree.
Like, oh, are you interested in Flowers? I kind of like Flowers.
I offered Waddle and Kelsey for Flowers and Goddard.
Waddle and Kelsey.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
That's different than
That is different.
I didn't even hear you offer that. So, yeah, that is different in that
You
it's
hate
news to me.
Waddle.
Dude, I've been trying to get Waddle off of you.
Is Waddle
I know, but I didn't
is
want
Waddle to
Debo.
Wilson that big of a difference?
I mean, just quarterbacks, like
Yeah, now. it
over
is.
the next
Yeah.
month for sure.
But I guess the way you guys talk about Aaron Rodgers, is it that big of a difference? You
Nah,
guys
Aaron
see it.
Rodgers acting like a real Skylar Thompson right now. for
I
sure.
still like Rodgers.
Yeah, me too. My prediction, is that what you need?
Yeah.
Am I winning? Last
Team
week, you
rep.
and
I
Casey
nailed it.
both
I
faded.
nailed it.
No,
Wait.
no, y'all picked
No, I-
Adam. Y'all picked Adam.
False, fake. I think I went perfect in my prediction.
There's no way.
I don't know about
I guarantee you.
All
I
right,
know.
I'm going
I
to
know-
replay the tape.
Fact checked me on that. So you're scared. All right, straight up.
How much?
100.
Wow.
All right, you
let's
saw
go.
it live.
Let's go.
Real quick, sexy's on mine.
Sex.
Sexual.
Sexy.
Okay, big sexy week.
I was going to say, I like no dimes in this one.
Yeah, I like Tony for sure. That's where I'm
Yeah, I'm going Levis Mead. I'm going
Bowers.
Wolt. I'm going Wolt. I'm going Wolt.
I'm going Wolt. I'm going Wolt. I'm going Wolt.
I think I'm rolling with Team Redbone.
Thank you.
Hate Herbert's matchup.
Yeah, that's gonna be a gross game.
Realistically, though, like Herbert's is quarterback too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of weird how he's got the lineup. I feel good about Shakir and Freiermuth though. But then again, like Ladd's kind of.
Dude, Andrew's team's kind of nice.
Andrew's team
You
is
know
really
what?
nice
It's
for
pretty
also
nice.
having the injuries that he has.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just Puka, but like
Starting roster's nice.
I will say this matchup's kind of interesting because you don't have a perfect hedge, but you do have Kelsey versus Mahomes and you have McConkey versus his Herbert. So if Kelsey's a big game, you're kind of middled there. But he could just go to Rice and go to Quinn Johnston again, and you could be
very
toast.
well last week.
Yeah.
Andrew,
You guys-
6.5 point favorites. I think I'd probably take him with the points. Money line though,
I'm rolling Team Redbone.
jail
3-0
official pick.
start, huge.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be huge.
That's I'm victory lapping if I get there.
3-0, you also may secure not coming in last place.
That's
just
why I'd
giving
be victory
everyone
lapping.
else in the league.
I gotta go Andrew here. I think Andrew's gonna pull the upset.
I'm
I
worried about
like the
Ayuk.
pick.
I think Ayuk could have 30. Like he could score twice.
I also think Swift could have a week. He's faced two really tough defenses.
This feels like the week that the Bears offense gets right against the terrible Colts.
I'm really hoping Mixon just tweaks it mid game, and I'm like,
Rooting for injury, my
Bet.
type of guy.
There we go. Moving on to the next
He has
matchup,
a
we got
bye.
JL and Gut,
that's what he's saying.
He has a bye.
as in Gut's a bye.
Yeah.
Damn,
I mean,
Bryce
look,
Bell walks
Gus,
in.
Gus team had a good week last week. J.K. Dobbins is cooking. Ramondre Stevenson seems to be a bell cow. Hopefully DK Metcalf is healthy for Gut. Jaguar stack is looking a little sketch.
I'm happy, JL, to finally see Worthy not be in your lineup. Like, I know it worked week 1, but, like, you have 3 strong running backs where I don't think any of them should ever be on your bench.
Yeah, the Worthy Pollard pick was definitely that was the
Yeah.
toughest choice of last
Well, you
week, and it
benched
did not go.
ETN last week, didn't you?
I think
No,
you switched.
I benched
Oh,
Pollard.
okay.
This week against Green Bay, I think Pollard's a strong start. I like to make fun of Guts' team, and then this happened last week when I actually look at it. I love his team. I think he's got a great team. And now with Dalton in, I think Deontay could be a solid wide receiver 3. I offered Gut a trade, an unofficial trade this morning. And I put it out on Twitter first because I don't generally know what's like a good deal or not. I knew that his offer was a bad deal, but I felt like this was a good deal. But I also didn't want to send it and everyone be like, no, you're offering way too much. So it was Marvin Harrison Jr. and Mark Andrews for DK Metcalf and Trey McBride.
You wanted to do that. You proposed it.
That was my thought was, is that a fair trade? Would that be a good trade? Just depending on like, is it fair to everyone's going to have different opinions on who wins it, but it's still like a good 1-for-1, 2-for-2 trade.
Offer it?
Well, I texted him seeing if he would be interested. He said no. He's not high on Mark Andrews. He said Mark will be like tight end 10 this year, and McBride he still has his tight end 1.
I think that's a fair trade, though.
I think
to
it's
answer your
fair for
question.
sure.
Yeah.
I guess the way I look at it is, to me, Mark Andrews and Trey McBride feel pretty interchangeable, and I think at this point, much rather have Marvin Harrison and DK.
Yeah, he says Trey's 1 and Mark's 10. So I just think, that's where we're obviously way off on.
I would disagree.
I don't know.
there.
I still kind of believe in Mark Andrews. It's week 2. I'm not super panicked on him, but
So
hopefully
you think Gut wins that trade?
I would rather have
Yeah.
Guts' side of the trade if he took it.
Like, why did you want to do that?
No, that's a great question. I am super high on McBride. I think Mark's closer to like tight end 3 to 5, and I think McBride will end up in the 1 to 2 range. And I'm sneaky thinking Metcalf could be the guy. And I want the Cardinals offense, but I could just get it through McBride. The fact that I'm keeping a little piece of the Cardinals offense there and not fully getting out of it, it could just be like an even trade that no one benefits from.
Right.
Yeah, just feels like it's like no one's getting better. It's just kind of like a guy you rather root for some reason.
Yeah.
You're just swapping for your guys. But in this matchup specifically, Guts probably going to need Joe Burrow and DK Metcalf. No, sorry. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to get on the same page here against the Commanders Monday night.
That's a good matchup.
Good
Yeah.
matchup.
Like,
If you ain't going to do it here, when are you going to do it?
that's going to be like pretty cool going into Monday. Like, damn, I need 35 between both of these guys or whatever it is.
There's got to be like no point where you feel comfortable going into Monday night. Like realistically, how many points you have to be up to feel good about that stack? Like if you're up 40,
Still,
is
yeah,
that
you don't
are you
feel-
still
yeah,
No.
60 men
60 minimum?
Yeah, to feel good.
Even then, you're like, what if? You know?
Yeah,
mean,
but you
Jamar
would still
would
feel
have
good. You would still
30
feel good.
points from wide receivers.
It's
30
tough.
from a wideout.
Yeah.
But Neighbors just went 120 and a touchdown, right, on 10 grabs or something.
Yeah,
I guess so.
We are literally talking about the worst secondary in the league.
yeah, you right. Are you set on starting Goddard moving like the way you shelled out for Likely to not play him?
Just have them ride
I
the pine.
respect that. He's not
well,
sunk costing it.
I wouldn't shell out that amount of money for someone I'm just gonna have to fill in right away. I'm gonna shell out that amount of money for someone who I think might be a pivotal piece at some point during the season down the line.
Okay.
It's not for
Or-
a fill-in. My team's good enough. I don't need to fill him in.
Long-term
Team's good enough,
investment.
but 0 and 2.
Or you,
0-2 because we're down bad.
yeah, you got to play
You are
better
down
defense.
bad.
You got to play better
God,
defense.
J-Mo
So,
just coming out of nowhere. Freaking Jaden Reed, 30 points.
That was so big.
bullshit.
or are you just admitting you made a mistake, which is fine. I think
I may have made a mistake. I may have thought my league mates were sharper than they were.
That's
Who
the
knows? Who
mistake.
knows anything of what is and what isn't?
All right, well, you know what? I like your chances in this matchup. I still think you got a solid team. Things just haven't been going your way. I usually root for 0 and 2 teams to bounce back. I know that's more of an NFL thing and not a fantasy football thing, but I'll ride with Cavs this week.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think JL's got the better.
I'm going with
Skip the
Gutters.
You two honorary Cavs.
There we
Let's
go.
go.
Those my Cavs.
Those are Cavs.
All right, Jack, it's time. Let's get into it. Week 3, we're facing each other.
Oh, fuck.
I don't like my odds, if I'm being honest. Debo, not going to play. Jordan Love, going to need a miracle to get him in my lineup. And so I now have to start maybe 2 Panthers this week in hoping that Andy Dalton comes to the clutch.
That's bad.
I'm
That's real
actually
bad.
really excited for Adam Thielen. I hate Chuba Hubbard, but Thielen I feel like can have a decent game.
I think you
Just
could
threw a bunch of
like,
receptions.
Yeah, I think you
Nah,
could get
he
you
might
like
be
12.
dusty.
I don't know if he's dusty. Yo, there was a play last week where he was like wide open,
Yeah.
and Bryce Young either just didn't see him or fucking sailed
I
him.
guess I'm more bullish on Deontay for Guts' team than I am Thielen, but
Sure.
I do get it. Yeah, when I look at your team, I mean, just Zamir White, Adam Thielen, and Chuba Hubbard with Daniel Jones against Cleveland. You're playing from behind here for sure.
100%.
But Tony's got like 4 like anchors.
We've said that from day one, and it is true. You nailed the start of your draft, and then you just absolutely fumbled the back half.
Who's the
I don't know.
Christian
Who are the 4 anchors?
Watson.
Christian Watson was a miss. Keon Coleman was a miss for sure. I was taking chances in the middle rounds because I felt
Yeah.
good in the beginning, and now
No,
some
you
of
have
those beginning
studs.
guys are hurt.
Your top 3 are the scariest top 3.
I'm relying on some pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, Rashi Rice, I think can both be like
so
top
fucking
5,
good.
6, 7 receivers.
Yeah.
Agree. Totally agree. And then you look at my roster, and what have people been saying? There's no holes. There's no holes. Like, what are you gonna?
Just
How do you
like-
beat this team? There's no
That's
holes.
such cap. Like Keenan, Terry, and Javante are hole on hole on hole.
So the only hole is Keenan.
No, Terry's a hole.
Terry's not. Who do we play this week?
Cincy.
I am confident in a McLaurin bounce back this week.
I'm not. I look at Terry on your team. I'm like, there's where
Dub matchup.
There's where
Like,
we exploit him.
I'm
I'm
cool
cool with
Keenan
that.
would be the exploit.
Gun to my head, I
Yeah.
think I would pick Adam Thielen to outscore Terry this week.
No,
Adam Thielen's gonna hold his weight against Terry.
I think Thielen could get like 5 for 56, like 10 points, and I don't know if Terry can do that.
why? Tell me why.
Because Jaden Daniels isn't throwing the ball to him like that.
So that's the thing. Week 1, there were definitely the bright flashing lights were going off. I think he had 3 targets. They were pretty much all screens, and he lined up on the left side of the field for virtually the entire game. 8 targets, 6 receptions. Now only 22 yards.
Wow, that's actually insane.
So
I did not know that.
not great, but
He's more Adam
opportunity.
Thielen than Adam Thielen.
But what happened in week 1 that was so concerning was Daniels, it was just like 2-step drop, take off and run. And then last week against the Giants, he led 7 scoring drives. They were all field goals. And he threw for 225 yards. And they started to throw a little, like, it's gradually improving. I'm just not ready to quit on him yet. Keenan, I think there's way more concerns. Already a guy who's injury prone. He's got the heel.
It's just an iffy week going against the Bengals.
The Bengals defense is not good.
But their secondary isn't bad.
It's horrific.
But it also, I think it's more just like Commanders, like you're saying, it could get better, but like, is it going to get better by Monday?
No, there's no guarantee. I think they're going to take another step forward, and he has the bounce back. My concern is in that flex spot with Keenan. Who do I have on the bench as an option?
Chase Brown, you should definitely be playing
Oh, I could
Chase
go to
Brown.
Eckler.
Yo, you claimed Whittington's going to go to the moon.
I said that's a league-winning move.
I don't know if it's league
Play
winning,
him,
but
then.
I think it's not a league-winning move. It has league-winning potential. Like, he could be Puka 2.0.
that seems like a stretch.
The greatest rookie wide receiver ever.
Well, he didn't start from week 1. But, yeah, I think Eckler or Witt in for Keenan could be a play. Also, I do think the Bears offense is going to rebound against Indy. So is it the time to play Caleb with Keenan for the stack?
100%.
Or do I go Carr and Eckler?
Nah, 100% Caleb.
That Indy D is so bad.
Mm-hmm. Definitely be playing Caleb.
I agree.
So
Over,
you're
over the
more-
hottest quarterback in the league.
I know,
right now.
and they're playing the Eagles D, so that gives me confidence to roll with him. But I kind of love a good stack.
I kind of hate that your team feels like it's getting hot right now.
I feel like you just gotta
Because
stick with Carr right now.
Jordan Mason is.
That
is
is why
giving
you
you a nice
think it's
height.
heating up because everyone after week 1 overreacted. Yes, was it the worst fantasy performance in the history of fantasy? Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's always going.
No, I still kind of think your team is closer to week 1 than it is week 2, though. But I think we might be you might just be heating up.
Do you have
You're on a
a-
heater right now.
like
It's just
a-
not a good time to face your team, but I don't think your team's good.
Like a long-term plan when Mason's not the starter.
Yeah.
Like you
He's
do
gonna-
realize you
Eventually,
are
Mason will
cooked.
not be the starter, and Derek Carr won't be QB1.
Raheem
You
Mostert will come
are
back
cooked.
to fill in for.
You think?
Well,
Mason.
if McCaffrey comes back and plays the rest of the year, even if it's starting
he's-
like
he's
week
coming-
8,
yeah.
you're cooked in the second half of the season.
No, I'm not. What if?
Your RB2 is Eckler.
What if?
Your RB1's
Like,
Javonte Williams.
What if
You
Chuba?
should
What if
make-
Chuba Hubbard tears his ACL?
I'm not counting
that
on
have to
Chuba
do with
Hubbard.
I got
your
hella
team?
fab.
What does that have to do with your team?
I can just pick up his backup.
Jonathan Brooks is drafted.
Okay, Miles Sanders.
What are you
I'm just saying you
talking
should
about?
Just saying
probably
names.
seriously look into trading Jordan
Not even on your team.
Why?
because you don't have the roster to be able to eat it when he's not good.
No,
What
he's,
am I-
he's
then
cooking right
who
now.
am I
He's
You
gonna
need a
trade him
cap-
for?
To someone who needs a running back.
I offered
But
you
then
Christian
you're-
Watson.
This guy.
You're saying I need a running back is your point.
No, but you
For
could get a
long
running
term,
back
You,
in return.
yeah.
Okay, so who's a long-term running back I could get in exchange
That or like
for
Zamir
you
me?
White.
probably
Down-
you
downgrade.
probably should have gone heavy on Carson Steele. Even if you think he sucks, like that's like the type of swing you gotta make given your team is gonna
Carson
eventually
Steele,
fail.
though,
Like,
can
I,
be
a-
I
irrelevant by
agree
the
with
time
you. I
Mason's
agree with you,
irrelevant.
but not until I have some time until I have to make that swing.
Fair.
Would you
J.K.
agree?
Dobbins.
Yes.
I agree. It's playing a dangerous game. If no one pops in the next 5 weeks, I'm cooked on running back.
5
Yeah.
weeks from now, you'll go back to week 1, Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
You will be bad.
But I have
But I
5
play you
weeks.
week
But that's
3,
what I'm
so it's a
saying.
problem.
when the 5 weeks are up, it's not like, oh, then I'll trade him. It's like you can't start him, and now you can't sell him.
Totally
either.
understand.
You can't do.
I'm
either
just
of
saying
those
I have
things.
5 weeks to find the replacement, and it didn't have to be Carson.
Hit up
Steele.
Adam.
He loses
Adam at
value
CMC,
every
he needs
week,
him.
though.
He
is
does
Jameis'
lose.
point. Every week.
Well,
you're slicing off a fraction.
I
of his
will, as someone who's called the medical situation perfectly up to date. I don't think McCaffrey's coming back as soon as everyone else thinks.
You
but
think it's longer than 5 weeks?
I would hope that there's, for your sake, I would hope that there's someone in the league who thinks that, and then I would capitalize on it.
yeah, Adam has shown interest in Mason. But this is what I'm saying. If I ditch Mason too early and don't replace him, then I'm also equally as screwed because I don't have a running back. I'm screwed.
All right, I'm picking your team, Jack, to win. Congrats on your dub.
That's sad
GG.
boy hours.
I'm gonna go with Jack just because 2 Panthers.
Yeah.
Too sound.
All right, you want to?
Dude, when Daniel Jones plays the Cowboys in Week 4,
I don't care about the Cowboys. It's the Browns. The Browns are gonna fucking kill
I didn't
him.
know he had that.
Yeah, give me
matchup
Jack.
Either.
Jack, you want to pick your team to win? Panel sweep. Those
I'm-
always go well.
I'm going to pick my team only if I figure out who to play in that flex spot. But
All right.
I'll go with my squad.
Sweet. We all say Jack. That's gonna work out well. Moving on to the next match.
Oh, we also had a trade that you reneged on after offering the trade.
No. That's not what happened.
Yeah,
That
that is
is not what
exactly
happened.
what happened.
You offered me a terrible trade. I
You
said I
said-
countered
you
with
said-
something more in the ballpark of what I want to do, but I didn't want to do it.
You said, "Here's the trade."
Very vague.
But
Can
I
we
don't
use
want-
some players? Like the audience is like no idea what the
Yeah.
fuck is happening.
It was Hurts, right?
No.
No.
You said you wanted to give me Derek Carr.
I wanted Allen.
You wanted Josh Allen for Derek Carr and a trash wide receiver.
No,
Which
originally
trash
it
wide
was
receiver?
It
it
was
was
a trash.
Carr, Olave, and Mason.
No. I countered with that
Oh.
because you
It was
started
Carr,
off super
Keenan,
low.
and Mason.
Right, trash receiver
Right.
Keenan.
And then you said I would do it with Olave.
I said you would need to make it Olave for me to think about it.
Okay.
And then I
And
thought
I
about it. I
said-
was like, I still don't want to do it.
What about Marv?
you.
Wait. Carr and Marv? What's the offer?
Yeah, Carr and Marv.
Oh boy.
I hate Derek Carr, but he is cooking right now.
cooking. And Clint he's kind of got the juice.
It's gonna happen
Could
right
you imagine
Nah, I
Marv,
can't.
Rice, and Nico?
Oh my God,
And Debo in the flex on his back?
Oh my God, you wouldn't even need quarterback.
Nah, I honestly don't if Jordan Love plays this week or next week.
No, but that's what I mean. You could go Carr and Love, and you're bare.
But I could go Allen and Love.
But you could go Marv instead of Thielen.
Oh, that's an upgrade.
Or
I could
Chubb.
go deep.
Or-
My team is going to be so fine in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, but this is an improvement opportunity, right? You could be instead of Chuba or Thielen.
But here's the thing. If I make the downgrade at quarterback and pick up Marv, what happens when I have Nico, Rice, Marv, Debo, and don't I have another one?
No, you don't have another.
You win the
one. That's my
championship.
point.
Who's my normally
click
flex?
on your thing. You don't.
I'm not doing
Just
that.
click it
fucking
real
trade.
quick. 'Cause
Chuba right now.
you don't have another flex because it was.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marv would be flex.
Yeah,
Or Debo when he's healthy.
both. You get to play both. You get to play all four and a second quarterback.
Carr, Olave, Mason.
Do you have-
That was the original offer. That's the original counter.
Okay, do you prefer Carr, Olave, Mason or Carr and Marv?
Carr, Olave, Mason
Get the stack, too.
That's what you prefer.
for Allen.
That is what you proposed.
That is what I proposed.
And I accepted, and then you said, I don't want it.
Because I still don't really know if I want it.
So do you want it?
Why'd you take us on this ride again?
Because it's
Now we're just
enticing.
doing what
It's
we
good.
did on camera.
But here's the thing. Like, I would not be shocked if any moment we wake up and Derek Carr is once again one of the worst quarterbacks in the
And
league.
Josh
that's
Allen
who he is.
hurdles 247-pound linebackers on the daily. He could get hurt on Tuesday.
Well, anybody,
All
yeah,
of these-
everybody could get hurt.
All of these are, and
It's not about getting hurt. Derek Carr just wake up and suck again.
I think you win that.
I think I win.
You easily win that.
All right, so
Just
send
Tony,
the
just
trade.
do it.
Send the
Before
trade.
Send the trade if
He
you want to do it.
changes his
Send the
mind.
trade.
Like, your team is going to fucking suck if you make that trade.
No, it's not. Don't listen to him.
He's gonna have Hurts,
Hurts and
Allen.
Allen.
J-Mo doesn't know
That's
shit.
pick
You
one
will
and
have
three.
your wide receivers and running backs are going to be even worse. You're throwing away Jordan Mason, who's your fucking savior right now.
You're making this move from a point of excess. You have abundance.
But
You can make
But I am selling potentially high on, as Tony knows, Carr and
You're
Mason.
selling the
And
highest of the Saint stack.
and Mason too. I mean, Mason has a couple more weeks of,
Sure.
of value.
Mason, we know will eventually fall
This
off.
deal is probably a good deal for me in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're like realizing that
But
value now.
I might not have 2 weeks.
You might not. Here's the thing: if you send it, I will probably take it. So now in this game of chicken,
Really?
you're the one not doing it.
Okay, well if you say that, then if I send it, you have to accept it.
Send it.
Send it right now.
Let's finish the show and then
No,
Oh,
let's,
yeah.
let's
On
not.
air.
Let's
Fuck
not
the
move forward
preview
until
right
you
now.
send it.
We'll literally end the
Send
preview.
it. Yeah, we just spent all this time talking about all this shit. Send it.
Carr, Olave, Mason.
Get some fab.
Nah, I'm not giving you fucking fab. You have 200 fabs.
do you
J-Mo
You have
wants
not.
the Fab
What are you
so
gonna do with
bad.
fab? Go to the fucking grave with it.
do you prefer
You spend
over
it on Isaiah Likely is what you do.
Do you prefer it over Carr, Marv?
Yes.
Okay. No, if we're being honest, when I said Marv, I was including Mason also, and then he stopped it. Yeah. Okay. You were there. You were there.
You would have done. I'm not holding.
was gonna pitch you that Marv and
Yeah.
Mason, and then you were like Carr and Marv, and Jack was like, yeah.
Yeah, I knew. I kind of had a feeling that's what happened, but I don't hate. To me, there's not a big change between those two receivers right now.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Like I think going forward, Marv will probably be good, but if like the Saints, if Derek Carr turns to shit, it's not gonna matter what receiver I take. I feel like because it's
Well,
just gonna
Tony-
fucking take.
Well, I feel like that's
Well, no,
because
because Mason is eventually gonna tank. If
Yeah.
Carr tanks, like it's all bad no matter what.
No, at least then you could have Marv instead of Olave, which those two are kind of
Fair,
correlated.
yeah, but like
All right. As I send this over, can I at least get the bench guys?
like who I would cut, I'd probably cut Jaleel, and I'd probably cut someone I just picked, Josh Palmer.
From Toronto?
That's better.
That's
better.
That's better. Well, I don't want Jaleel because I have Javon. So
I feel like then you should want Jaleel. That's who I'm
Can
cutting.
you
I'm not
scroll
gonna.
down? Can we look at the bench?
no, but I'm gonna propose an offer. Give me like
Ty.
No, I kind
who's
of.
Ty?
I would not cut Ty Chandler.
I would go like Chuba and Palmer.
I'd probably cut ties with Chuba and Palmer.
I
So
don't know.
my fucking quarterbacks though are gonna be Derek Carr and Jordan Love.
Love will be good.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I only want to do this is because I play you this week and it significantly helps me this week.
Tony will win this week.
1000%.
That's pretty
I'm
much.
pretty much
I'm
I'm pretty
losing-
much getting Jordan. I'm taking Jordan Mason from his team and putting it on. No, but I'm getting
No, he
Derek
gets
Carr.
Carr.
Yeah, but
against
like
Philly.
Allen,
He gets Carr
Allen
against
is
Philly.
projected 21, and then he'll get
Yeah,
Carr, who's
17.
like 17. It's like a 4-point difference.
But I'm picking up Mason,
Yeah.
And
And
Olave.
Olave.
who I can play.
You're literally
instead of Chuba.
gonna have 2 new
Yeah.
That's what I'm
starters.
saying.
It's still fantasy. You don't know though.
Oh, for sure. It's just
The-
like Carr at
Mason could
17
get
even
1
feels
point.
high.
The
Carr could
only
get 40
part
points.
that I may delay the trade because I got to find a third team, and it's the worst time for it, would be then I have Caleb for no reason
What do you mean?
with Hurts because I have Hurts and Allen. So like Caleb's never playing besides 1 bye week.
Sure, but like you can.
Also trade
You're
him.
anyway.
No, that's what I mean. I
you
gotta
can't
find someone.
sell. You can't sell Caleb right now anyway.
That's what I was
You need to
saying.
play him. You need him to play the Colts, and then you sell him.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so send the trade.
Chuba and Palmer.
Chuba and Palmer.
What did Palmer do last week?
I'm giving you essentially the best fantasy asset.
The 101. Like,
Yeah. Why do you think I wanted him?
You ain't gonna do it, brother.
I know.
Quit wasting our
He
time.
was barking at me all throughout the office, being like, "Oh, you proposed this trade. I said I'd do it. Now you won't."
Oh my god.
That'll load you up.
You were giving me so much shit for not doing
I'm
it.
on it right now.
What
I'm
does
just making
ESPN say? Like the little chart.
80 versus 81.
Pretty fair. Pretty fair.
I think it comes down to where you think Derek Carr will end up. Like, do you think he'll go back to normal Derek?
If he ends up, well, if I think Allen's going to be QB1, then where does Carr need to end up for me to even have a successful trade?
I don't know. Are you doing the trade or not?
Yeah, but
Like,
what happens
don't know
is
the
when I
future,
send
man.
this, if he doesn't accept it, I just want on the record, he's the biggest pussy in the world.
I'm the
Okay.
biggest pussy.
I think he's
All
ready
right.
to
I
No,
think he's
you're
ready
the
to
biggest
accept.
pussy.
No,
bro.
I'm just making sure.
I'll back you up. If he doesn't accept,
You'll
I think
beat him up with your calves.
I'll beat him up with my calves while simultaneously telling him he's the biggest pussy in the world.
You're the one calling me a pussy, and you're like, I'm a
checking.
content.
I'm triple checking. This is different than the original trade.
And
I'm
if
giving
don't
you
send the
more
trade,
assets.
It's you.
Originally, you just wanted Josh Allen, and now I'm giving you the bench guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Can't wait to get to the next matchup.
we ain't getting there.
All right, you're up.
Damn, you actually said
Oh,
that.
he said it.
Fuck.
Oh, the
All
exact
right,
opposite.
Tony.
Derek Carr is pretty ass. Derek Carr is a fraud.
I told you.
No, I'm
Oh,
proud of you.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fucking pussy.
Oh my god.
I'm a pussy, bro.
Tony.
Damn. Oh well, you have Josh Allen.
Let's go.
It did it. You put it through?
Oh shit!
It happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Live, baby.
All right, now to give real thoughts
us.
on
All
All
who
right,
fucked
new
up.
matchup, new matchup preview.
Wait, it went through?
I think so. I have Derek Carr on my fucking squad now.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope he sucks ass now.
Dude, if
Jack,
Derek, okay,
you gotta- we
if
gotta-
Derek Carr goes back to being a pumpkin, I will fly
It's
to New
Derek
Orleans
fucking
and
Carr.
beat the
Like,
shit out of him. I'm going to beat the shit out of Derek Carr if he goes back to being a fucking bot.
Jack.
Yeah, what's up, big dog?
For understanding that C-Mac's not actually coming back for like 8 more weeks,
Yeah.
giving up Mason
Could be a disaster.
feels disastrous.
Yeah. Agreed.
I feel so relieved. I counted this week as an L just because it's like no Love, no Debo. I feel
Your
good.
lineup? I
I feel
kind of want to
good.
see what the matchup looks like now. If you guys
it's just
set
gonna
it.
look like Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts.
Like your RB2.
You're like in you're like dynasty rebuild right now, where like guys who
Wow. Josh Palmer and Chuba both.
well, no.
Hold on.
I gotta have someone better.
Demont Mason.
No, I would put Keenan in for
go.
Palmer, and I would start Eckler.
Oh my god, they got Mason 19.3.
All right, now it's 50-50. Or no, now I'm 47. It flipped it. There's some reverse line movement here that we're not loving.
All right, so
Please sell-
you need to go sell Caleb.
But not yet.
Just someone who believes in him.
yeah, not yet.
I'm still starting Daniel Jones. You never know. Here's the thing, though.
No, this was a long-term move. I agree. This probably sinks me for this week.
Yeah, half of the reason I want to do is this week.
Right.
And
I
for
think I'm
all
taking
the weeks
advantage.
after that.
I don't.
Wow.
I can't believe that just happened live on air.
Yeah, that was gas.
Good lord.
I'm like proud of you guys. I didn't think we'd get there.
I didn't think so either. But
I was surprised Jack sent it more so. I knew once it hit your inbox, you were accepting it. Like, no fucking brainer.
it got to the last second where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hit accept immediately. I'm not gonna think about it.
Yeah,
again.
you had to. Yeah.
Although, so you would have
Tony's
wide
wide
done
receivers now.
Dogs.
Debo's now a flex.
That's a flex.
That's a problem for the Pookies. That's a big Pookie problem.
All right,
Rice, Collins,
Real,
Olave.
real
I
talk
wanna
though.
get
Real
it,
talk.
I
Now
want to
that
get it
Trey's
on camera though.
Yeah.
I think I'm taking a bad deal. Like I don't think I won the trade.
So
But
what do you?
my bet is
a content guy.
You
for
figure
real.
it out along the way.
Great content guy.
this is my bet. My bet is that Terry rebounds. I think that I've got a lot of fab, so I'm still a player there. I'm less bullish on Keenan and Caleb, but 1 or 2 big weeks from them, which I think is within the realm of possibilities, could make this look a lot different. I got to pack up the running back room. But if Keenan or Caleb have some better weeks, maybe I can get Javonte plus Caleb to a team who needs a quarterback for a Demont even, and get a slight upgrade, even though he's projected less than Javonte.
My bench looks so sexy now.
I don't hate the package of that, like a Javonte plus Caleb.
To get to Ramondre, maybe if Gut really needed a
Yeah.
quarterback.
It's your turn, Gut.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Or so, and I've got a couple players on my bench that, like, I think Witt could be a starting wide receiver. That's pretty much it. Chase Brown and
You
Mostert.
should hit up Sexy.
Who's he at? Like
He just picked up, like, Tua was out.
right.
And he picked up Dalton to be a starter. Like,
Yeah.
Caleb and Javonte for, like, maybe Brian Robinson.
I have Eckler and McLaurin. I can't get more of that offense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're going to
that,
bounce back soon, though.
that
you'll be
whole
fine,
offense
yeah.
is going to be like the
Top 5.
2007 Patriots.
I think he's got James Conner. That feels like a reach.
All right. So I don't know what matchups we haven't gone through. Just
Need Levis's meat.
we gotta go through.
Yeah, and at
Casey's
the end
team.
of the day, like, what do we do this for? Got to do it for the content.
Go
And
trade
that,
with
that I
Joe.
will
Make a
always
trade with Joe.
deliver on.
Joe's desperate.
So I just made a video reacting to this trade, and the more I thought about it, the more it doesn't really matter, because I'm embarrassed for what this league has become. Earlier this week, Nick bid 28% of his fab on Carson Steele after telling you guys to only bid 10% and that he was fool's gold.
It's filled with a lot of fool's gold. This might actually be the week to let your idiot league mates pound the wire. So as I would rank it right now, Carson Steele would be my 1 over Samaje Perine. Steele would be a dude I would probably look to spend anywhere in like the 8 to 10% range.
Fraud. Now we see Tony trade away the guy who he had above everyone else.
I already knew who I wanted from the start.
I'll swap with you. You want to go 5'8"?
My 101 quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen.
The 101 in Josh Allen for the quarterback that he hates more than any other quarterback in Derek Carr.
So, Jay, we have I wouldn't say it's much of a joke. I would just say it's a factual term. Like, this is actually his nickname. Derek Carr throws for 400 yards. Doesn't matter. Saints suck. They're one of the
Tony
worst teams
hates
in the
Derek
NFL.
Carr.
Mr. Empty Calories himself. How is this happening? How do we have so many frauds in this league doing the opposite of what they are telling you? What's next? Jamo's going to say Justin Herbert sucks? You guys deserve better. The league deserves better. We are just doing a complete disservice to the great company of bdge. You can't believe a single thing anyone's telling you anymore because of this league. It is causing people to lie straight to your face. Tony's probably been working on this long con for years. He probably loved Derek Carr the entire time. 2 years ago when he said Derek Carr, worst quarterback in the league, just puts up empty calorie numbers, it was all for this. He actually secretly loved Derek Carr the whole time. He was waiting to be able to buy him low. You can't trust a single thing people are saying these days.
And this is a big one. This isn't one of those boring trades that keeps happening in our league. We've had a lot of these little tiny deals. This is one of those trades that is getting me a little bit riled up. I'm not going to lie. Jack gives up a lot in this deal. Jack gives up a ton of pieces. Jordan Mason, obviously, as long as he is the starter, which we don't know how much longer that's going to be, but as long as he's starting, he is a running back 1 for fantasy football. Chris Olave, he's this wide receiver 2, kind of a fringe wide receiver 1 some weeks depending on the matchup, and then Derek Carr is just lighting the world on fire. That's what Tony gets. Chuba Hubbard, Josh Palmer, we don't give a shit about them. Those guys are waiver wire trash. They are droppable. They're not really even worth rostering in fantasy at the moment. And the reason why I'm so worried about this is because Jack is in my division with Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen in a super flex league. That is probably one of the best, if not the single best quarterback room that you could get in fantasy football. And now that it's in my division, I have to play that multiple times down the stretch. My team is fighting for its life. Meanwhile, Tony is just giving people in my division Josh Allen. I would have liked a text message. I would have liked a phone call. I would have liked something from Tony letting me know that Josh Allen is available. Josh Allen is one of my favorite players in the league, and now I got to see him on a division rivals team down the stretch in the fantasy football season. Not fun at all. Now, the only thing I will say is that now Jack's team might be the WOT. We have Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. Really can't beat that. But he is starting Javonte Williams, trash. Chuba Hubbard, trash. Terry McLaurin, trash so far. Keenan Allen, is he going to play this week? We don't know. Austin Eckler pretty much should be left on your bench for the most part. His team is horrible outside of the quarterbacks. Absolutely horrible. He obviously has Marvin Harrison Jr., whatever. I think that Jack's team has the ability now to score 70 points, from the quarterback position, 65 points from the quarterback position, but the rest of his team might not score 30 combined. So yes, I'm worried about the quarterbacks. If he figures out how to have a starting lineup of players that are actually worth a damn outside of the quarterbacks, maybe it's something to worry about. But for now, I just hate seeing Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts in my division. And I think I'm a little bit more hurt that Tony doesn't reach out to me and give me an opportunity to get Josh Allen. So what can you say? This is one of those trades where you see it go through, you get the notification, you get the reaction in the group chat, and my reaction is, what the fuck?
All right, real quickly, we got Adam versus Casey. Casey is 2-0. He specifically wants everyone to know that. Adam.
He needs to be stopped.
Yeah, for real.
He needs to be stopped.
Adam, same deal as always. Great starting
Foreman.
lineup. Terrible quarterbacks for the most part.
Hello.
Foreman.
This should be the team I should be trading with.
Yeah, but go get CMC. If you truly believe in that long term, go get CMC.
I can't believe you parted with Mason after really understanding that he's there for a while.
Do you think so, though? I feel like they put McCaffrey on IR 4 weeks and then...
That's part of why I did the trade. I've been spewing that I think Mason will start for a while, but I do think when he comes back, McCaffrey will be back.
Sure, but I don't think it's directly off IR.
You don't think so?
I think when they're he's active to play, then he's McCaffrey. But I don't.
No,
I
because
think it's
8
more than
weeks
4
is a
weeks.
long time.
Sure, but he had a setback. It's not 8 clean weeks.
When do you have a setback?
Right before the season.
Yeah, I'm saying by the time his IR stint and the bye is done, it'll have been full week since the setback.
Maybe.
It's week 8.
Week 8 is when he gets back. What is it now?
I
Week
thought-
3? That's 6 more weeks.
You should offer Caleb for CMC straight up.
That's actually not a bad deal.
Actually?
I mean, he does need not right now. You have to wait for a good Caleb week, but
But I also think Adam's a dude who understands that Caleb is at his lowest. I don't... I think
I'm just
McCaffrey
saying
that
that's
low?
a good trade in terms of fairness.
Is
Adam
it
needs
really?
100%.
Adam needs a quarterback. You're not going to be able to use C-Mac for 5 weeks. You don't need Caleb. I think it makes sense for both teams if both guys like the player.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
getting Josh Allen, CMC, and Hurts
would
all
be
first
great.
rounders?
Where's Adam's
Jack
content?
might be onto something here.
What's
Dude.
his...
Jack
Whoa,
might be
whole
cooking.
squad.
Going back to the matchups as we get so distracted. Casey going with Purdy, no weapons. Bijan, Singletary, Jefferson, his league winner Smith, BTJ, who also loves Kittle, probably going to need a replacement. You were talking to him before the show, telling him to pick up a tight end.
Yeah, he's got none. If Kittle's out, Casey doesn't have.
He has no backup.
He's going to be like Nate, where he's didn't realize the 11 o'clock thing Sunday morning.
He's got time.
But
He's not going to.
He's not. I agree with you.
He will.
No chance he starts.
Kittle's going to get ruled out Saturday morning, and Casey's going to find out at 12:55 Sunday.
He's going to be I was training.
No, he's going out with his friends this weekend. He will not be paying attention.
This is the weekend.
Yeah. No, he's
He,
cooked. Day
he asked me
drinking.
if I wanted to go to a concert at the Mirage on Sunday.
This is his weekend. He's off from work. He will not be setting lineups. Now, with that being said, I still think he could beat Adam's squad
Without a tight end,
Kittle.
it's super possible.
Yeah. I'll
All right.
probably pick
I'm
Casey.
going Adam all the way. You're going Casey?
Yeah, I think the Bucks struggle against Denver. I think Evans could get clamped by PS2.
I do think the Bucks are in for probably a low week.
I'll
Maybe.
go Casey.
Watson and Foreman, though, against the Giants?
I'm still going Wolt though.
Going
Going Wolt,
Wilt.
yeah.
I'm going Wilt with
I
you.
think okay, so Purdy's without all his weapons. Singletary's got Cleveland is really tough. Devontae will
Jefferson,
see a lot of
Houston's tough.
Lattimore. What you say?
Jefferson, Houston's tough.
Yeah, I'm not worried
Yeah, it
about
is Jay
Jefferson
Jettis.
really. JSN, yeah, I don't know. I think there's more power on the left side, a lot more upside.
Nick, because you're on the couch, let's get into yours. You're playing Joe, who's 0-2, desperately need to win.
Oh, be nice to Joe.
Okay, so I picked up Cam Akers today.
That was a sneaky pickup.
Mixon has a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Mixon has a straight up high ankle sprain, and no one's talking about it really.
Is he missing practice?
He's out.
Didn't he come back in the game?
But players do. Cooper Kupp, came back in the game. Now he's out for 18 fucking weeks. Joe Mixon's out. But he's not ruled out yet, but he missed practice again today. Damian Pierce is going to be out this week, maybe next week with a hamstring injury. So, Akers, I feel sneaky good about. The rest of my team, I feel horrible about.
So you spent 55 on Steele, and then
I'm going to play him. Because, look at I have 4 zeros in my line.
Playing?
This is honestly kind of a shit
It's hard
matchup.
to imagine your team.
Our teams are horrible.
Can you at least fake set it for us?
Anyway, Joe's rocking Kyron, who that Rams offense might be shot. Tyreek Hill with no Tua. Amari Cooper still hasn't really put things together. Gardner Minshew.
Cooper against New York.
That's a get-right matchup.
That's a get-right matchup. He has J-Mo and Laporta when I have Goff going against Arizona.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such an advantage for him.
Yeah.
Throwing forward against New York. I actually think he's going to beat me this week. So when I set my lineup, my team looks horrendous.
So
it looks pretty, but it's not.
That's why. Agreed. That's why I like to look at it.
You just have you have a good fitting shirt.
Yeah.
But you take it off and it's man boobs and beer belly. All right, let's move to this last matchup real quick. We got Sexy versus Nate, both 1-1. Sexy's been dealing with a lot of injuries, I believe. Obviously Tua gets hurt. He picks up Andy Dalton.
That's it.
He's not even going to start him. He's got B-Rob.
As far as my team, I love my team. I've loved my team since the start. The guys might be talking about how I have Andy Dalton on my bench and instead I have Brian Robinson in the Superflex spot. I think I'm going to rock with that. I'm not official yet. I've been saying it. I don't really believe that quarterbacks give you that much of an advantage in 4 point per passing touchdown versus a running back or a receiver in full PPR. So Robinson's going to catch a few passes. He's going to get 18 carries. Decent matchup against Cincinnati. We saw what Ramondre did. I don't want to leave him on the bench and put Andy Dalton out there. Maybe give me, 10, 11 points? I'd rather rock with Robinson. I think he has a higher ceiling, and the floors are pretty similar. And honestly, I'm not too worried about rocking that the rest of the season. Well, not the rest of the season, but at least until Tua comes back. I still haven't had that really big boom week from Dak and CD yet, so it's got to be coming. Huge matchup, though. This could be for first in the division. Winner is at least in second place. Need this dub. Got to go to 2-1.
That's true. He's going with a one quarterback approach, going with B-Rob in the super flex position.
Honestly, that's a good idea.
Sexy's team is so fucking good.
It's a nice team.
It seems good. It's pretty good.
That's what a starting roster. That's what no holes looks like.
No, because Tank Dell has been
You're
a
right.
hole.
Tank Dell and DJ Moore
have been holes.
They're both names.
And Ferguson has been a hole.
But
agreed. They're only a matter of time.
Right. Both those guys feel
How is that different than Mark Andrews? I know not Javante and Terry McLaurin.
Terry plays for Washington.
But Terry
Tank Dell's been missed by C.J. Stroud on just a couple deep balls. He plays in the Houston passing offense.
Okay, all right,
no holes.
All right.
I would the rest of the season. You would prefer Terry to Tank Dell?
Yes.
Okay, I would take Tank Dell.
And to Rashid Shaheed, the Rashid Shaheed shit that was happening.
I'm going Sexy.
You're going
Just
Sexy.
wait till they play Washington.
Shaheed's gonna have 3 points this week.
Thank you.
Think so.
Yes. You guys are okay. On a serious note about Shaheed, you guys were sitting on the couch yesterday going Shaheed and you took him over Terry, you took him over some other pretty decent wide receiver. He has 8 touchdowns in his career. All 8 are over 40 yards. It's not sustainable. He will not score 40-yard touchdowns every week.
You got Carr. Oh, you don't have Carr anymore.
I don't have Carr. I don't
Get rid of that offense.
What about Olave? Is Olave 0 touchdown sustainable? He just doesn't score.
No, I think it will balance out a little. I'm not saying Shaheed's gonna suck, but yeah, this would be peak time to trade.
Davis.
It's the same thing.
That's just not true.
Yes, it
You don't
is.
think?
No,
How is
he's
it
much better than he's a much better player. He's an actual route
Since
runner.
when?
He can move.
Since when?
He's actually been that. The last year, the Saints' offense was just
Derek
terrible.
Carr has just sucked up until this point.
Their offense has been so bad. He hasn't had a chance to be what he is right now.
He's had the role.
Right, but the offense has been terrible.
Whose fault is that?
Probably their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'm all in on Coop. No, it is Clint. Yeah, I'm all in on Kubiak.
I see that.
He's cooking. It's a new chapter. It's a new me. I'm all in on Derek Carr. He's no longer the empty calorie quarterback.
I cannot believe we just got that.
Nutritious.
No, he has protein.
nutritious, yeah.
You've always loved Derek Carr, and in an election year, that was smart.
Way to switch up.
No, people know I've hated Derek Carr, but this will be the true testament of whether or not Derek Carr and I are like best friends or mortal enemies for life.
If he flops, you are actually going to.
I might
like,
shoot somebody.
That's going to be bad if it goes down. Yeah, because you got both of Derek
Guys,
and Olave.
Yeah.
Let's just take a step back and think about it. I know we're in on Clint. I am too, but you just kind of did go all in on Derek Carr over
I
Josh
really did.
Allen.
Derek
And-
Carr,
really did.
AC joint,
Yeah.
low.
Hey, props to me though, unbiased, right?
Very.
Right?
Yeah?
I don't want to hear that I'm biased against him anymore.
That's it.
Well-
It's not part of your brand anymore. That's it.
I mean,
Guy sees 2 big weeks and he's like, I can't beat Derek Carr. 2 years down the drain.
All right, I got to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for watching. Electric
doing
trade went
business.
down. What?
Wait,
Good
you guys
doing
didn't vote for who wins that matchup.
Joe.
yeah, I'm
In division.
for Joe. I feel bad for Joe. Like, he sent me a trade offer, and I was just like, Joe, you just don't know what you're doing, do you? I just felt-
All right, well, congratulations to Joe on a big win in week 3.
All right, make sure you're liked. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll be back with some more Idiot League Mates.